Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. Brand new Bigfoot footage that's shocking the world. Today we take a look at new Bigfoot footage and sightings coming from Michigan, Canada, and many other places with very convincing evidence. From HD Sasquatch trail camera videos to Bigfoot hunting clips and so much more. Also stay tuned for a special and crazy nature clip at the end of this video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the best Bigfoot clips of all time. Here is some brand new Bigfoot footage, and it's honestly one of the best videos we've seen in a while. It was taken on May 18th, 2025 by a man named Edward Henry. It comes from the woods of Monroe County, Michigan. Not only is the footage compelling to us viewers, but also to experts. The Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, or BFRO for short, are calling the new footage credible, which is honestly pretty rare. But anyways, the story goes like this. Edward Henry and his 12-year-old son were out fishing near a small river called Plum Creek when they began to hear some movement in the near distance. It sounded like something huge was moving through the brush, causing rustling, and they specifically recall hearing a loud thud. This is when they saw the Bigfoot-like creature emerge, and when Henry pulled out his phone to record. According to the uploader, many experts are very interested in this sighting. Some even speculate it could be a crossbreed between early giant humans and gorillas. And as I said, the BFRO is actively investigating the report, but so far they've stated it seems to be credible. Even when we slow the footage down, it doesn't look like it's a person in a costume. The face looks monkey-like, the body is covered in long and defined brown hair, and it seems to move swiftly. As it moves away, we get a good shot of it from behind. The hair is flush to its body, it's hunched and absolutely massive. Elaborating further on the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, it's a US-based volunteer research network focused on the cryptid known as Bigfoot. It was founded in 1995 and presents itself as the oldest and largest group of its kind, describing itself as a virtual community of scientists, journalists, and specialists dedicated to investigating sightings without harming the subjects. They collect and vet sighting reports across the US and Canada, often interviewing witnesses and categorizing evidence. They even organize field investigations and expeditions to investigate promising reports. So we'll have to wait and see if any more information comes out about this one and if the BRO elaborates further. But for now, it's still one of the best Bigfoot videos we've ever seen. But do you guys agree with the BFRO? Is the evidence credible? Taking a look at another new Bigfoot capture released on May 18th, 2025. This one was taken on a trail camera placed deep in the woods. It was taken in the dead of night, but we don't know where exactly it comes from because the location was left classified. However, we can conclude it comes from somewhere in the US. Let's take a look. What sets this one apart from the rest is the eye shine. Its eyes are glowing very bright. If it was someone in a costume, it would be very, very highly unlikely for their eyes to be able to glow like this. And usually humans' eyes don't create eye shines. This is usually a trait found in nocturnal animals. However, on some cameras, it's possible for it to pick up human eye light reflection. But when we add some light filters, it makes the creature more defined. And this is when we can see how realistic it looks. It looks like a real ape-like creature just standing there, hiding amongst the foliage. But we don't have apes here in the US, so it couldn't be. There's also something strikingly human about the creature. Maybe it's the bipedal stance or the slight off-putting smile on its face. Regardless, it's clear something is off, and this isn't just a gorilla or primate of any kind. Now, with the increase in trail cameras being placed, not just in the US, but all around the world, there have been so many unusual sightings coming out. For instance, trail cameras capturing Bigfoot on video or on picture, glimpsing ghostly apparitions, and recording other cryptid creatures, such as the dogman, the rake, skinwalkers. These cameras are seeing it all. Because they're so stealthy and unmanned, these creatures never see them coming. And there's some more Bigfoot trail cam evidence coming your way shortly in this video, so stay tuned. But for this next clip, we're moving out of the US and into Australia. Australia is a continent known for its deadly creatures. From its insanely deadly spiders to venomous snakes, to ferocious reptiles and so much more. Australia's wildlife is seriously some of the most dangerous in the entire world. But there's one creature there that flies under the radar. A creature that locals swear is real but hasn't yet been classified by science. The Yahi.
It's too dark to be a kangaroo.
The Yahi is Australia's version of Bigfoot or Sasquatch. A legendary ape-like creature said to roam the remote forests and bushlands of the Australian outback. The Yahi is described as a large, hairy, human-like creature, standing anywhere from 6 to 12 feet tall with powerful limbs, broad shoulders, and a thick coat of dark brown or reddish hair. Witnesses often report a pungent, unpleasant odor accompanying sightings. It's part of Aboriginal folklore and oral history, with various indigenous groups having their own names and stories about the creature long before European colonization. This newer footage of the Yahi is taking the internet by storm, and it's even going viral in America. The black and white footage shows us a dark and hunched bipedal creature leisurely walking through the woods. A man who was hiking came across it and thought it was a kangaroo at first. So he began recording, only to realize it was too dark to be a kangaroo. He zooms in and gets a pretty good shot. Then he turns his camera off and runs away quickly in the other direction. Now, since the 1800s, settlers have reported Yahi sightings. And Australia now has its own community of cryptid researchers and enthusiasts. Some of whom have recorded hair samples and footprints, and even witness interviews. Places like Springbrook National Park and the Blue Mountains are said to be Yahi hotspots. So what do you guys think? Is the Yahi real, and is this footage real? Let me know in the comments down below. Now here is an eerie trail camera video coming from Canada. It was recorded on December 22nd, 2024 at approximately 8:40 p.m. Now some kind of animal, or maybe even an unknown creature, is up super close to the camera. So close that we can't tell what it is, but here's the footage. It moves kind of weird and lets out a disturbing growl. Some say this is just a moose or maybe even a bear. But others disagree and think it's something much scarier. Perhaps a Bigfoot or another kind of unknown creature. Haunted TikToker says, something about the creature seems wrong. The back is too slim for a bear and the snout is too short for a wolf. And in the opening frame, some viewers claim you can see intelligent eyes watching in the distance. He also states that the movements almost seem human or something. I don't know though, it definitely is some weird and eerie footage. I wish there was more to go off of here, but because of how close up it is, we can't come to any conclusions. It's simply up for speculation. Now Canada does have bears and moose, but it's also one of the most famous Bigfoot hotspots in the world. Specific hotspots include British Columbia, which is dubbed the Bigfoot capital of Canada, Alberta, Ontario, Quebec, and the Yukon and Northwest Territories. An insane amount of Bigfoot sightings have come from these regions, and if I got into all the sightings and details, we would probably be here all day, so I'll spare you guys from that. But let me know what you guys think the creature was in the video, and let's go ahead and move on to some more trail camera evidence. Here is another new trail camera photo, an alleged photo of the infamous Bigfoot. It comes from a man named Harley Owens, also known as Bigfoot Reports and Data on TikTok. This all went down in the Smoky Mountains. He states, quote, "On December 9th, 2024, I was out in my research area, and I decided to head down to a section I've never been before. I always tend to feel an energy change while near this area," end quote. So this is when he turns on his back trail camera, when he begins to feel as if he's being watched. So he continues to hike on. He says the area is surrounded by dense forest, hills, and mountains, making it a perfect place for Bigfoots to hide. Owen states that as he walked on, he saw more and more signs that suggested Bigfoot activity, such as possible nesting sites, tree breaks, and strange structures and arches that seemed man-made. He particularly recalls the hairs on the back of his neck standing up in this area. But then after his hike, he went home and reviewed his back trail camera footage, which had recorded for around 2.5 hours. He sifted through the footage, finding nothing, until he saw this. A face hiding in the brush, staring at him. It looks like the face of a Bigfoot. It's dark and has sunken eyes, a domed head, broad shoulders, and the face looks human and primate-like at the same time. Owen states that you can see its eyes, nose, cheekbones, and hairline, and it's a really impressive image. So was he really being followed and watched by a Bigfoot this day as he hiked, or is there somehow another explanation? The following is a pretty mysterious Bigfoot capture. We know it comes from Alaska and it was originally highlighted in 2021. It's also said that it was taken by a 10-year-old kid. The full backstory is unknown, but it was believed he was playing out in the woods all alone. Probably not too deep, but just out in the woods behind his family's home. But then he suddenly spotted this dark, upright creature. Somehow he was smart enough to snap a quick photo and then run away. I mean, when I was 10 years old, I was practically scared of everything. I could never have seen myself being this brave at 10 years old, so I definitely gotta give him some credit. But anyways, let's analyze the image a little bit. It is a little blurry, but we still can make out a dark humanoid figure with a dome-shaped head. It seems to have long black fur, especially long around the head area. And it has one arm out to the side and one arm straight down at its side. Now, a lot of people claim this one looks like a costume, and honestly, I kind of agree. There's not much information on this one, it's just a photo, and it doesn't seem super tall. Also, it looks like the fur might not be flush to its body when we look at the arm. Or maybe this Bigfoot just has some loose skin or something? I don't know. This one is quite the controversial capture here. So there's my opinion on this one, and I'd love to hear yours. Do you think this one is real or fake? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, so far we've taken a look at some pretty good Bigfoot videos and photos. But what about some Bigfoot tracks? Oh, that's exactly what we have here. On February 13th, 2025, a group of people took to the internet after having a bizarre encounter they couldn't explain. The strange hiking encounter occurred in January, in a place called the Pioneer Area on the Floodplain Trail, which is believed to be located in Ohio. As they hiked this snowy winter day, they came across huge human-like footprints. Keep in mind this is far out in the woods and no one would be walking around barefoot out there, especially in the freezing cold snow. The footprint looks super elongated. Its toes look very human-like, but the foot stretches insanely far back to its heel. They put a walking stick and a glove beside it for a size reference. It's about half the height of the cane. The average cane is around 3 feet or so let's say this one is around 3 feet. This would make the footprint around 15 inches or more. Which some humans do have feet this big, but it is very rare. Along with the prints, they also found this piece of fur in the snow. There's really no way to tell what this is from, but it does look strange. And the fact that they found it right in the area where the footprints were, now that's really strange. Could these people really have been onto a Bigfoot in Ohio? Ohio has had many Bigfoot sightings over the years, because it's a rather rural state. But maybe there's even more than we think there? Taking a look at some of the clearest and closest footage of Bigfoot ever. An explorer and a renowned researcher was out in the woods with his camera. He was out in a specific area that was infamous for being a supposed Bigfoot hotspot. He explored and looked around the area for some time until eventually something within the fallen vegetation caught his eye. He has a hard time getting his camera to focus at first. But it finally focuses and we get extremely clear footage of this creature's face. It's gorilla-like, but human-like at the same time. The video is so clear that we can make out every single detail of its face. From its defined forehead wrinkles and skin to its blinking eyes and huge nose. We can tell it's not a gorilla because gorillas have fur that starts very low on its forehead like this one here, and this creature here doesn't. And there's something about its eyes that just seem human-like. The researcher is adamant that this here is 100% real footage, and that he believes it truly was the elusive Bigfoot. Coming at you with today's absolutely wild nature clip. This one shows one of the eeriest looking natural phenomena in the world. An event that looks like it comes straight out of hell. The fire-nado. Take a look. This quick video of a fire-nado was captured in Chile. A man was driving down the road quickly, trying to avoid the crazy wildfires in the area, when he saw the perfect opportunity to get a breathtaking video. A fire-nado is a rapidly rotating column of air filled with flames, ash, and debris, generated by intense heat of a wildfire or large fire. It's not a true tornado formed from thunderstorms, but it can behave similarly. Here is how they happen. A large wildfire or intense blaze produces superheated air that rises rapidly, creating a vertical updraft. As the hot air shoots upward, cooler air from surrounding areas rushes in at ground level to replace it. This inflow of air can start to spiral or rotate if there are wind currents, obstacles, or uneven terrain that force the air into a circular motion. The rising column of hot air combined with the inflowing air begins to rotate faster, like a figure skater pulling in their arms while spinning. This forms a vortex of fire, ash, and debris. Once this rotating column is fully established, it can behave like a tornado, spinning vertically at high speeds. Some fire-nado winds have topped 140 miles per hour, which is absolutely insane. They also lift burning embers and debris into the air, and move unpredictably through an area, just like normal tornadoes. Definitely one of nature's coolest but scariest phenomena. Let me know if you guys want to see more crazy videos like this in the comments down below. Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like buttons, mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these Bigfoot videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, because only 20% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And also feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And shout out to my second channel, More Maximum Fear, where I post other scary content that you guys would definitely love. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.